Hey crafters, it's Nikki with Vinyl Diva Crafts, and if you're joining me again, thank you so much for coming back, and if you're here for the first time, welcome. So if you missed last week's video, we made some pendants using UV resin and some pressed dried flowers. I think they turned out really nice, so if you didn't see that one, feel free to go back and check it out. I don't think I mentioned in my last video though that my primary mediums for crafting are resin and polymer clay. So I actually work a lot with resin, typically more on the 2-part epoxy resin side than with UV, but I do like to dabble in both. It's not to say that you won't see other things on the channel, but definitely lean heavily towards resin and polymer clay crafting. And with that being said, anyone who works with resin on a fairly regular basis, I feel like you understand how quickly the silicone mold obsession can grow and get out of control. And I'm no different. I spend a lot of time on Instagram, Etsy, watching other YouTube videos, just to kind of get the pulse on like who the new up-and-coming mold makers are. I have so much respect for professional mold makers. They have all of the cool like acrylic blanks that they work with, and they always come out with very precise, unique designs that I just kind of drool over when I'm browsing the internet. So I thought I would kind of pay homage to them today by showing you guys how to make your own very basic silicone molds using some items around the house and a silicone mold making kit that a lot of you, if you've worked with resin, you'll kind of understand how it works because it's a lot like 2-part resin. The silicone kit has a part A and a part B. You mix them together and there's a reaction that causes the silicone to harden over whatever you mold. So this one's really simple. You don't need a lot to get started, but this is a really cool way for you to make some molds at home and create some pieces that definitely are unique and you won't see them popping up everywhere.
So for this project, you're going to need a silicone mold making kit. I purchased this one on Amazon for $28, and I actually bought 2 just because each kit makes approximately 1 to 2 molds depending on the size of the items that you're looking to mold. And as I previously mentioned, they do come with a part A and a part B, and it's a 1-to-1 mixing ratio. Also need some objects to mold. I picked up some glass pieces at my local Goodwill. This is just a small cat-shaped tea light holder that is really nice for a basic mold, good for a first try. And I also picked up a small heart-shaped trinket dish. I just really liked this one because of the etching on the sides. I think it has a lot of potential to be really cool with future projects. I also recommend getting some cheap plastic containers, as these are what we're going to pour the silicone in and they will be thrown away at the end. A silicone mixing spoon or spatula. I just like these because they're reusable. It cuts down on waste with, popsicle sticks or plastic spoons. I'm also going to be trying some pink iridescent glitter and some neon mica in my silicone mixture just to customize the mold a little bit and kind of play around with some color here. So this next part is pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going through and mixing my parts A and B in equal parts. And I'm going to stir that for approximately 3 to 5 minutes just to make sure that all of the silicone is well incorporated and mixed thoroughly. once the silicone has been mixed thoroughly and you've added in any of your micas or glitters, you are ready to pour this over your object. Make sure that you pour from a little bit of a height just to avoid any air bubbles from sneaking into the mold. Any air pockets that end up in the silicone mold will cure in the silicone and can cause imperfections in any of your future projects that you make with resin.
So we're back a couple days later. Per the instructions on this mold making kit, they recommend leaving this to set for about 24 hours. I left mine for a little bit longer. I just got busy, so they're like extra cured. And they're nice and solid, as you can see. And the color, the like mica powders that we used really turned out cool in here. But I'm gonna go ahead and take these out of the containers and just show you what the mold looks like outside of the plastic. So this is how it comes out. The glass piece is still in there, and you're just gonna kind of want to like roll, I guess, the silicone that's on top. You're just gonna kind of want to roll it apart just to loosen it from the mold. And there we go. And there you have it. Complete glass piece, still intact. And then we've got a nice mold to make a replica of this. I've seen people, you can like trim the thinner parts of this. You know, like the excess. So feel free to take like a cuticle trimmer and just trim around the edges, or use your X-Acto knife to get in there and remove the excess silicone. So let's go ahead and do our cat tea light. This one is heavy. I have to tell you, this one's a beast. All right, so this is what this one looks like, fresh out of the plastic. Again, just going to gently loosen this up. And there we go. You can see there's a spot in there for the tea light, and I can see where the little kitty's face will be. All right, so there we go. I figured it might be kind of fun to pour some resin in these guys. Nothing fancy, but just show you all what the end result looks like when you actually use these in practice. So I'm going to flip you around again, mix up some resin, get this pouring, and then we'll unmold the final pieces so you can see how these molds hold up. we are back another day later. The resin has been poured and cured. And as you can see with the heart dish, I did try a new acrylic paint that I've been kind of wanting to test out. It's like a color shifting paint. So I'm excited to see how that turned out in here. And for the cat tea light holder, that one we just went with a basic black glitter. So we'll just see how they turned out. So I guess that just means it's time to unmold now. Oh, this is adorable. So the color shift in here, it's not overly pronounced, but it's the cutest little dish. I could see a lot of potential for this shape. You can have a lot of fun with alcohol ink going down the sides and maybe even putting some decals on the base. But yeah, I really like how this turned out. It's super cute. So I'll just bring this up close so you guys can see what it looks like. I think in terms of the mold itself, it's a smooth mold, you know, creates a really nice finished product. So let's see how our cat tea light holder turned out. I'm kind of excited to see how that one went. Again, I can't get over how big this mold is. It's huge. Oh, awesome. All right, so here we go. I'm actually really pleased with how this one turned out as well. I don't know, I'm kind of, you know, surprised at how all of these came out. I don't see any huge imperfections in the molds or anything. I think we got a really good solid pour. All right, so these are our two final products. We followed these from start to finish, like literally. We went from pouring the silicone and making our own molds to the final resin products. I know they're nothing fancy, but I can definitely see the potential with how these turned out. You can really go nuts with both of these pieces. And I highly recommend, if you're looking to try mold making, buy one of these smaller kits, give it a whirl. You know, like I said, I just picked stuff up from my local Salvation Army. You can go to yard sales and find all kinds of really inexpensive items to test this out with. And it really creates something unique, you know. Like I said, I think most of us resin artists are always looking for that next unique piece, the next unique mold. And I will continue to leave the mold making to the professionals for the pieces that I sell in my Etsy store and that kind of thing. But these are just, they're so cool, and I definitely see myself using this one in the future for little trinkets or a tea light. It's super cute. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial as well. I had a lot of fun making it. It was a lengthy one. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed following along with me. And if you're still enjoying the content that I make, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Vinyl Diva, or you can come over to my Etsy page, Vinyl Diva Crafts, all one word, and check out the shop. Thanks again for stopping by and checking out this video. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!